So today is it's Earth Day 2017, and looking at the Google News Science feed. Let's have a look at Science today. So at the top, obviously, Earth Day 2017. Why is it important? So they're talking about this year the event arguably takes on an even greater significance as it coincides with the International March for Science. So I mean, I don't know how. I mean, March for Science. It's just, I mean, where did this come from? When did we ever march for science? I mean, I've seen marching for jobs. I've seen marching against education funding cuts and health cuts. But marching for science, that really does seem like some kind of weird dogma, part of the zombie cult. Of course, it's all about the Earth, all about the globe. There's that. There you are. Even after all this time, that's the same. That's that Apollo. Was it 17? Was it that? Learn about the Jesuits loved so much. So yeah, so this is science. This is what they call science. So of course, Earth Day, slugs. I mean, it's in there. Science. I guess it's natural science. We're talking about there. Hobbits really do exist. Some kind of subspecies. So that's an evolution story. 7 ways an asteroid could wipe out life on Earth, and which one is most likely to kill you. So, I mean, it's neither news nor science, and it's here today in the Science News section of Google. Asteroid simulation. Scientists reveal what really would happen if an asteroid hit the Earth. Okay, let's take a look. I mean, the Daily Star, really. Okay, this is what happened if a 1 kilometre wide asteroid hit the Earth. Scientists simulate what would happen, and it's not good news. Well, of course it isn't. Russian scientists simulate. See, this is the thing. Scientists have simulated. Who are the scientists? Who are these scientists? What do you mean? It's a nonsense term. Russian scientists. Could be anything. Could be clowns. Could be bus drivers. Could just be Russians. Take out the scientists. Linguistically, you've got exactly the same sentence. You've not lost anything, you've not learnt anything by putting the word scientists in there. You could just say Russians. Russians simulated the Earth's collision with a 1 kilometre wide asteroid and created a model of the catastrophic consequences. Brilliant. Oh, it's now boffins. The boffins concluded that a space rock slamming into the Earth's surface could wipe out a major city. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of anti-Trump rhetoric in the Science News column these days. So apparently Trump didn't mention climate change when he was talking today on Earth Day. He's not how to hunt for extraterrestrial intelligence, part of the SETI thing that's been going on for years, decades. Meteor shower. You see, now that's okay as science. That's good stuff. It's a meteor shower, and we can all go out. We can see that. Sure, they say, meteoroids crash into Earth's atmosphere. maybe that's what it is, maybe that's what it isn't. Who knows? But it's an interesting science take, because unlike the search for extraterrestrials, the asteroids, this is something real. We can go out and observe it. So I suggest that's what we do, and think about it and talk about it and try and understand from an empirical point of view what it is. Okay, let's shoot for the moon again. Okay, 10 ways to observe World Earth Day. No, click on that. Let's turn Earth Day into Earth Year. Okay. Cargo ship docks with the space station. So yeah, I mean, the space station is just non-stop at the moment. They are just in the news all the time in your face. Now, space debris must be removed from orbit, says ESA. Space debris. There you are. There's your space debris. You know, don't get to see anything like that, do we? Oh, for less than the price of a coffee. To the Guardian, I ask you. So yeah, the spacecraft been hit by a piece of debris. Okay, yeah, so this is all about the ISS being hit by debris. So it's not just satellites that are at risk, so too human lives. The conference, just like other satellites, the space station has been manoeuvred out of harm's way in the past. So that we've seen this before. People have mentioned this, that they're tracking debris and they're moving the space station out of the way. So, since the launch of the world's first spacecraft in 1957, only 7,000 spacecraft in total have been launched in the entire 60-year exploration of space. So that's 7,000. Kessler syndrome, yeah, so anyway, so that's... Okay, yeah, more ISS and astronauts. Okay, more newly discovered exoplanets with all these pictures. I mean, there are people I know who are supposedly intelligent human beings. They're of a similar age to me. They've got a few decades under their belt, and they think that this crap is photographic. They think that they've got Hubble out there and they've got spacecraft out there that are taking photographs of exoplanets, looking at their atmospheres. I mean, the newly discovered super-Earth LHS 1440b has an even more important target when it comes to the search for alien life compared to TRAPPIST-1. TRAPPIST-1 pictured above. Photo NASA. Getty Images. They're calling that a photograph of TRAPPIST-1. Pictured above. Well, it's a photograph of a picture. But I mean, you know, claiming that we're able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Yeah, so that's the 7 planets of Trappist 1, whatever it is, Trappist. Really doesn't actually really state that it's a painting, an image. It says pictured above. I mean, really. Newly found super Earth may be close enough to detect signs of life. The photograph. 6 points Massimo, astronomy, space imaging and processing. 6.6 Earth mass rocky planet in the habitable zone. I mean, yeah. Whatever, it's just guff, it's guff. Okay. Animation, obviously. I mean, we can't get a fly past like this from a satellite. No. Just animation. What's this? Pictures, animation, animation. Simulations, just. Oh, coming up soon, but not in this video, I guess. You mean? Why? So again, people are being programmed into thinking that this is real. Fake news. It's all fake. Fake news, fake science, fake news. Right, Earth Day. Let's take a quick look at Earth Day. So, Earth Day 2017's campaign is environmental and climate literacy. Education is the foundation of progress. Yeah, maybe. Zoom in on this a bit. Possibly that's a modern take on progress, I think. And yeah, progress. That's a word I have issue with for a video at another time. We need to build a global citizenry. Yeah. Bells ringing off alerts at that little phrase there, global citizenry. Fluent in the concepts of climate change and aware of its unprecedented threat to our planet. That sounds like a brainwashed zombie mass to me. Green voters, advancing environmental climate laws and policies. Yes. So so we are launching Earth Day and teaching kids. Teaching or another project focus on education. So it's all about teaching and education. It's all about getting the kids involved. Look, I mean, that's the picture that they've chosen for their Earth Day celebration. The Antarctica missing picture. I mean, it's as clear as day. So this stuff, all the guff on this science page, the I mean, sure, whatever, that the the story about slugs is just fluff in the news. It's just filler. But Earth Day, that's evolution, you know, asteroids and space, climate change, ETs, aliens in space, meteors in space, the moon in space, World Earth Day, space, World Earth Day, space, space station, space debris, astronaut, exoplanet. So it's 90% space. It's all about space there, and it's all reaction to flat Earth, to space denials, to people calling NASA out. And here they are on Earth Day. What a picture to choose. It's all about the kids, and they are pushing back now. So they are going for the next generation. So whether or not they actually win this battle, they're already planning for the next decade, 2 decades ahead. And these are the people who are going to be working in council offices and local government, who are going to be enacting climate laws and policies with no scientific evidence whatsoever, because it will be emotion and semantic based. So, and like science, I mean, the definition of science. So here's our definition of science. It's the pursuit and application of knowledge and understanding of the natural and social world following a systematic methodology based on evidence. Now that's the kicker. Evidence. So, whose evidence do we believe? Well, if you'd have asked me before 2014, sure, I would have had a problem with NASA, but I wouldn't have had a problem with space. Now I have a problem with NASA, I have a problem with space, I have a problem with science altogether. Now this is from the other day, 4 days ago. NASA promised to launch the world's first ever live 360-degree video of a rocket launch. Yeah, we all thought the camera was going to be on the rocket, didn't we? Yeah, no, it's on the ground. Idiots. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to look at. That's a photo just pre-launch from, this is a NASA website, nasa.gov, but the blurb here. The United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket, seen in a December 2015 image. The rocket is the orbital AT-65 Cygnus spacecraft, filled with science, crew supplies and equipment that launched to the International Space Station. Yeah, it actually says that. Filled with science. I mean, I don't know what that means. You know, I mean, as a student of political history and political science, you need more than just, hey, it's science. I mean, Mary Schweitzer and science. So she scientifically discovered soft tissue in apparent dinosaur bones. I think they were T-Rex. Now this has been controversial, it's been going on for a number of years now, and apparently a couple of her colleagues have also apparently found soft tissue as well. But what has happened, I mean, there was an immediate backlash. Now, what science is doing now is rallying round to provide basically theoretical reasonings as to why the physical evidence should be disregarded, and we should stay with the theoretical wrapping of the dinosaur bone is 68 million years old. And apparently, again, I will make a deeper video on this, but there are chemical scientists who will tell you that that stuff is not surviving under any circumstances beyond 60,000 to 100,000 years, something like that. Certainly not into million years and millions of years. I mean, you get to 1 million years and then you've got to do another 67 of them with that thing just buried in the ground. It's not going to be particularly cold, it's potentially going to be warm, fossilized, soft tissue. If it's soft tissue, it's not fossilized, and if it's soft tissue, it's not millions of years old. It's just not. So what has been happening is they've ignored the physical evidence and they're trying to fit the physical evidence into the theory, instead of sitting back from the theory and maybe looking at it again. Why not? Oh, why not? Yeah, books, research, grants, etc, etc. Which brings us back to this, doesn't it? Books, research, grants. I mean, scientists. Who are scientists? We don't know who they are. All they say is scientists have done this, scientists have done that. Here's science. Science is a method. You're a scientist for as long as you are pursuing the scientific method. Observable, repeatable, measurable. And beyond that, it's not science, it's something else. And this is something else. None of this. Maybe the sex-mad, beer-guzzling Spanish slugs that are invading the UK, wiping out their British rivals. That's probably the most scientific thing that is here. Sure, the lurid meteor shower, we all go and observe that, but nobody's doing any science. We're just looking at it going, ooh, ah, shiny, shiny, brilliant. Nothing else is science.